Hey, I need to do the laundry. What's up? Is a culture detective here investigating your favorite albums, and today I'm going to be doing an album review on the new Peggy Gou album, I Hear You. I was gonna show off my ears in the thumbnail, but then I realized I kinda can't do that because my hair has completely covered it. So, yeah, I don't hear you. So, Peggy Gou, real name is Kim Min-ji. Oh my god, Kim Min-ji from New Jeans! Crazy! And, Peggy Gou is older than Min-ji from New Jeans, so he's the OG Min-ji. I mean, what can I say? So, Peggy Gou is an electronic DJ, producer, singer, I guess, born in South Korea, now based in Berlin, Germany. And it's actually pretty interesting because I've actually listened to her music before many years ago. I believe it was 2021, maybe, or it was 2022 when I did a video where I explored a bunch of different Korean artists because I want to expand my tastes and listen to more Korean music. I randomly stumbled upon Peggy Gou's music and I listened to her music and I thought it was a little bit overrated, a little bit drab, but many years later, it's 2024 and she finally released her debut album and it's definitely an upgrade from her older music in my opinion. Essentially on this album, she tries to reconnect to 90s European house pastiche with very rough production, slow beats per minute, and pretty nostalgic, warm vocal performances on top. But what I can say is right off the bat, let's address the elephant in the room. The album cover sucks ass. I don't know what the hell happened with this album cover. This looks like the I'm all ears meme, but unironic. So there's that. Now we have the actual track list itself. We have the track Your Art, which is a pretty quirky intro track with sci-fi synths and dramatic spoken word about creating your art, be yourself, which is hilarious because there are a lot of pretty conventional and drab moments on the album. So this intro feels kind of awkward. Then we have the track Back to One, which I actually kind of like, even though it's not an ingenious track or anything like that. But I really like the energetic, pulsating house beats. It's shuffly, it's rough around the edges, and it's a very catchy track. Peggy Gou hops onto the track and starts singing in Korean, but her vocals need a lot of work, unfortunately. I just think that the biggest downside to this album is Peggy Gou's deadpan vocals. It just does not work at all. But overall, it's a pretty simple and fun track. And then afterwards, we have I Believe in Love Again, which is one of the big lead up singles to the album. I love the slow, shuffly beat. We have a feature from Lenny Kravitz, who sings consistently in a falsetto, and I really like that. There's something very vintage about it. Kind of reminds me of like Daft Punk or something. It's like REM era Daft Punk. It's very throwback, it's very catchy, and I hear the song looping in my head after listening to it. The rest of the album is not that great though. The track All That has the stiff deadpan vocals, so much so that it becomes a little numbing, and the instrumentals aren't any special or anything. We have the track It Goes Like Na Na Na, which is one of the big singles, a huge hit. And even though it's really catchy, for some reason there's something so lifeless and plain about this track that makes it feel slightly annoying. Maybe it's the deadpan vocals. Maybe it's just the very repetitive choruses, but there's something so lifeless about this track that makes it feel basic and clean. We have Lobster Telephone and Solshi Peggy Goo, where on both tracks she also sings in Korean. The former is pretty dime a dozen. The latter is a drum and bass Korean traditional folk mix, which I felt sound pretty awkward. I really appreciate the attempt to incorporate more traditional elements in the music. And I appreciate the experimentation, but I think it's experimentation not really done well. We have the track I Go, which has a pretty interesting palette with buzzing, distorted techno beats and pumping house beats at the same time, but I still feel like it has room for improvement. We have the penultimate track, Purple Horizon, which I actually really like. This is truly a 90s throwback track. Like, I feel like I'm in 1999. I'm inside the Matrix or something. We have some reverby vocal samples, slow breaks, or house beats that almost imitates break beats, moody pianos and wailing vocals. It's layered, and it's probably the best produced track on the entire album. The album ends off on 1 plus 1 equals to 11. Oh my god, we have a Terrence Howard clone here. And this is a pretty chill track with moody pianos and an energetic house beat, but there's just something rudimentary about its structure that makes it just okay. So yeah, overall this album is okay. It's not as bad as some people say it is, nor is it like a masterpiece or anything. It is decent at best, and if you're looking for some simple, easy throwback 90s dance music, well, here you go. It's not bad. But I think it's just okay. I wouldn't really listen to it or anything. A little forgettable perhaps. I'm giving the new Peggy Gou album um, light 6 out of 10. So, have you listened to the new Peggy Gou album? Comments below, let me know. Subscribe if you want more, and thanks for watching. I gotta hit the gym now. Bye bye.